I think it's a formatting issue in the sense that there's a lack of mediation. No, there were several tweets that went by saying this debate is much more entertaining than the last.
Yeah, you do want to see people fighting against each other. Like, there's different views here, and there's different, like, people being accounted for. Like, you do want to see an argument happen.
Yeah, well, I feel that if it's entertaining, like, I'm sorry, even if they're like just attacking each other back and forth, it's gonna get people to watch. And if it gets more people to watch, maybe some of them are gonna be like, well, that guy's a douche, and I'll go vote for the other girl, or that girl is pretty much a bitch, so I'm gonna go vote for the guy. You know, like.
When it's more of a conflict in the debate like that, where it's maybe one of them attacking the other, or they're both making attacks at each other, it has a more of a feeling to entice the viewers to actually pay attention and watch it. I mean, I'm not a big politics guy. I generally tend to steer away from them, but like, even like right there, I was actually just focusing on it because just conflict in general will attract attention.
I would have wanted to see, like, if the people that were asking the questions, they had a little panel there. Like, if there could be like an incorrect answer button. So like, oh, sorry, no, you didn't address the question. Do it again. Listen to the question, please. Like, because they were trying so hard. They were like articulate. They were like, a 10-year-old is saying this, like, and they would just address the person there. Like, it's, I don't know. It's like, what's the point if you're not gonna answer the question? Like, it's just.
I feel somewhat that it wasn't fairly balanced. That it was very hawkishly leaning against Greg Abbott in the sense that it was, this is just my own opinions, hosted by NPR in Dallas. And it seemed that all of the attacks made at another candidate was initiated by Wendy Davis.
I thought it was interesting when that woman who was reporting about like the questions from Twitter, and after Greg Abbott gave his response, she was like, that's what she would say to this 10-year-old or whatever.
Yeah, that's responsibility towards him.
But just as soon as she said that, I was like, he's kind of done. I mean, like, I've only been here for about 15 minutes, and I immediately knew, like, all right, I understand the general like consensus in this room.
I don't know what I'm supposed to be looking for, but I guess it's kind of pointed me towards somewhere.
It didn't, like he said, it didn't seem super balanced in that room.
He's not the best public speaker. In his opening statement, he said almost 40 times.
Really?
Yeah. I love the Republican Party. Ever since a Republican can get up there and just start waving a cross around, he can get elected nowadays, and it's crap.
So yeah, I mean, she was staring directly at the people. She wasn't really stuttering. Like, I mean, she had a couple of slips, but it was very clean. I thought she presented herself pretty well, and she was consistent, at least with her attacking.
She has a slower pacing, but you can tell when she gets into rehearsed speeches and when she's just answering on the fly. His answers on the fly were much worse.
I don't know if you're watching it like kind of like bring the popcorn out or anything, but I mean, it does have to be to the point where it is engaging.
I feel that if it's entertaining, like, I'm sorry, even if they're like just attacking each other back and forth, it's gonna get people to watch. That's what we do, is like we're mindless in that sense. That's why we watch like all these mindless TV shows. And we do all this mindless voting already on social media.
People are going to be more focused on watching it, and so they will probably be more interested in actually voting or paying attention. When it's more of a conflict in the debate like that, where it's maybe one of them attacking the other, or they're both making attacks at each other, it has a more of a feeling to entice the viewers to actually pay attention and watch it. Like,
It seemed that all of the attacks made at another candidate was initiated by Wendy Davis.
I already was leaning towards her before I came here, but it did seem kind of, like sometimes my jaw dropped when she would say certain things about him, and I was like, wow, that was kind of bold, but at the same time, like, he hasn't said anything about her. Like, he hasn't really said anything negative about her. He was just trying to clarify his position.
He can't really say anything to attack her. I mean, I don't want to like pull this card, but I mean, she is a woman, and attacking her would just be like, oh my God, he's anti-woman.